he's getting it.
But he's standing far off, like, what's up? You know what I mean?
You ready? Alright, as usual, we'll come out here to wake up our people and we're going to give all praises to Yahawah, Hashem, Yahawashi, Yahawah, God bless us to the elders and apostles of Israel who rule the PT1, to the ushers of the highways and byways, and those pushing videos in truth and sincerity, to the brothers and sisters in the truth. And when we say the elders and apostles, many of us, like, we learn from the apostles that so I'm going to give those apostles the name out today.
Right, so, the brother Mashak, Shalom Israel.
Shalom.
Mashak, the new brother here. Mashak, can you let them know that you're Mashak? I'm Mashak. Right.
Shalom
Brother
Israel.
Mashak, you want to know about the breakdown of Yahawah and Yahawashi.
That's right.
So we'll do that. We'll go through that. Honestly, you're mad at me. But no worry, you can carry on since we're supposed to put that percent there.
I was going to put that there.
Yeah, because I'm telling you, they'll do that. I'm telling you.
Yeah, put that just in between that space. They will.
They will. That's like an Israel. So we have to talk about Yahawah and Yahawashi. Right? A lot of people know that it's Yahawah, it's Yahawashi. But if you got a Christian, or if you got someone that's in the truth, that usually that say the name
Yahuwah, Yahweh,
or Ahaya, or Yahweh, alright? Then you're going to have to prove that. The Bible says, prove all things. That's one. Second, we have to know the name, man. Because the Bible says in Acts 4 and 12, that only by this name, like this name. And that's one proof when you were saying earlier, Yahawah, Hashem, Yahawashi, you can't say Yahawah. Especially now, you can't say Yahawah, that's say Yahawah, Hashem. Because when you read Acts 4 and 12, when you read Acts 4 and 12, it tells you the name. So it's one name, it's Yahawah, Hashem, Yahawashi. So when you time of trouble, you want to say Yahawah, Hashem, Yahawashi. Yahawah, Hashem, Yahawashi. Say something.
And yeah, just was going to add what the brother said. And even if you go into the prologue of Sirach, it even tells you that you must know the correct name, because the name that's interpreted and delivered in another tongue don't have the same force in it. So you must call upon the correct name.
This is our Acts 4 and 12. That neither is there salvation in any other, for there is none other name under heaven given among men whereby we must be saved.
Shalom.
Well, the name that the brother's getting into, he says there's no other name. So we've been given Jesus, we've been given Yahuwah, all of these stuff. These names ain't gonna save you at the end of the day. If you're calling my brother Yahawah, and I'm saying, no, Mark, the brother ain't gonna listen, he's gonna keep bouncing, and it's the same for the Most High. Now, there's a spirit on the earth where the name is being given back. So just like how the understanding of the scriptures, the proper breakdown is coming out, the name's gonna be given out as well.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 30 and verse 4. And it reads, who hath ascended up into heaven?
So this is a question, who's ascended up into heaven?
Or descended? Who has gathered the wind in his fist? Who has bound the waters in a garment?
But even still, when you read the scriptures, the name is throughout the scriptures anyway. There's something that our forefathers knew. Now, when you go to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, they didn't know the glory that preceded that name, like when we came out of Egypt, but they knew the name.
I'll take it from the top again. Proverbs chapter 30 and verse 4. Who has ascended up into heaven?
That's the question we're answering. Who did these things?
Or descended? Who has gathered the wind in his fist?
Right.
Who has bound the waters in a garment?
Right.
Who has established all the ends of the earth? What is his name?
Yeah, the question is, what is his name?
And what is his son's name?
But they're saying that it's they're saying that, it's a not a one and three. I mean, it's not a one and three thing because you see earlier, you say, what's the name of the Father? That means that's two different entities. You know what I'm saying?
If thou can tell.
If you can tell, that would be like one word. 28 and 15. Now imagine, this is when we came out of Egypt, right? So when you go into Exodus 3:14, you have some brothers that say the name is Yahawah.
No, but the 3:14, I'd like to say something quick before you carry on. The 3:14 or 15, what is it? 14 or 15, when you say I am that I am. You cannot say I am that I am because when you say I am, you meaning that you exist. But on a deeper level, if you look at Descartes, which is like a French philosopher, and you look at what's his name, that guy, that great poet of the Dark Ages, yeah, Shakespeare, right? He say to be or to not. It's all the affirmation, all right? Affirmation states meaning like when you say I am, so I am, meaning like you are, so you're God. Like Descartes used to say I am, that means I can be God. So that stance when you say I am is a prideful stance. Alright? But only the Most High can say I am that I am because he's the one that created all things.
When you look at that same scripture that we're referring to now, Exodus, right? When you read it in the paleo, what it actually has in the paleo is it doesn't have the Lord and then I am that I am. It has Yahawah, I am that I am. Right? It actually has Yahawah in that verse, in the paleo. And I have a paleo Bible. So
I'm going to tell you this, so we're going to go through three things. It's going to be a bit long, but we
he calls his name in that verse.
But even with that, the I am, it's like you got, what is it, dons. They say, yeah, that's don, Rabban. Now when you hear the word don, I am is like that term don. Makes you know boy when you don't confident. But what's his name? His name is Rabban. Yeah? So, as I was saying now, they're saying, this is before we got the commandments, right? That's right. Exodus 3. So if he's saying his name is I am, let's go to after now, going into the covenant. Read Deuteronomy 28.
This is the book of Deuteronomy 28.
How come Moses is going to forget so quickly?
Deuteronomy 28 and 58. If thou wilt not observe to do all the words of this law.
This is in the blessings and the curses. It says, if you will not observe to do all the words of this law
that are written in this book, that thou mayest fear the glorious and fearful name, the Lord, Yahawah, thy power.
He don't say I am. So how the hell is Moses now going to come and tell you fear this glorious name, Yahawah? See, you're not saying
The problem is this, yeah, because they're changing the name, the Lord, they put the Lord in that. The Christian come and say that, how do you know that that's not Ahaya? How do you know that how do you know that's not Ahaya? How do you know that's not Jehovah? Because it says the Lord. So, yeah, when you go back to the Bible, but they don't know that. So, you know the route that I take, I use common sense, I use a bit of history, a bit of paleo, and I go to the Bible and I bring out what is there, they don't see because they're simple. You know what I'm saying? Because the most I open our eyes to certain things, and he didn't open their eyes to it. So that's why I'm attempting to do, because I had a conversation with God when he said, yeah, he says the Lord, they're like, yeah, but how do you know? But I bet you, in these King James version, there's things that are hidden. All we have to do is bring it out and polish it. And bring, you know what I'm saying? Say, what about this one? What do you say about it? You know what I'm saying? But yes, when we go to the paleo Hebrew, we have to eat that law, the paleo Hebrew, whether they like it or not. And that means if you don't want to accept the paleo, that means you're a bugger. Because that's the source.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? That L-O-R-D, you know, capital, we all know that that's Yahawah.
When you say the tetragrammaton.
The tetragrammaton, right? Which is this? I'm sure the camera can pick it up. Which is this, right? So this is the tetragrammaton. Yahawah. Sorry, Yahawah. from left to right. That's called a tetragrammaton. That's the name of the Father.
Listen, like I said to the brother just a while ago, like how they get it? Moses meets, asks is the name. What am I going to tell you? Exodus. Then he leads us out, we're getting into a covenant, and he gets it all wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's madness. That's madness. But even in that Exodus, the next verse tells you the name. It says, this should be my memorial forever. You know, so, but yeah, Bro's going to break it down.
Yeah. So, but before we break it down, let's go. The importance of the name is important. So, I want second Esdras, I believe 47, 45 to 47, so that area. I want John 17 and 6. And I want Zachariah, or you bring that. Second Esdras 2 and 45 to 46. And I want Zachariah 13 and 9. Yeah?
Whilst the brother doing that, this is Psalms 83 and verse 17. It says, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish. That men may know that thou whose name alone is Yahawah. Now in here it says Jehovah, so we know it's about Ahaya.
Ahaya is I am. Moses came to the Israelites saying, I am that I am. He must not be the God of Israel.
Why am I right that?
You know what I'm saying? He must not be the God of Israel, man. So that means you saying that I am. It's like someone give you the game and then you say, okay, go and give the game to the people. When you reach there, you say, actually it's me, man. Everything I know it by me. You know what I'm saying? Moses, Masha, he knew better not to do that.
That's why
he knew better not to do that.
Yeah.
So he said he eats, he makes sure that he eats, that means he exists. That means everything is by him. He is capable of everything. And he actually says that in the Bible. Some precepts do say that he is capable of everything. He does what he wants. Because he is.
This is
You know what I mean?
Psalm 68, verse 4. Sing unto the Most High.
Israel, you can't see it. It says, rediscover the magic with a picture of a lion, which represents Yahawah.
So this is Psalm 68 and 4. Sing unto the Most High. Sing praises to his name. Extol him that rideth upon the heavens by his name. Well, it says Jah, but we know Yah, creation. And rejoice before him. So, like, you can't really mistake that, man. Like, it's not Ha, or like a higher, or nothing. Like, it's there, man. The name's there, but if you can't receive it, then you can't receive it. Yeah, read that.
It's the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 2, verse 47, and it reads, so he answered and said unto me, he is the son of Yahawah, who they have confessed in this world. Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of Yahawah.
Now there's the name, for the name of the Lord. Who's that name? That's what brother read earlier. Prophet 30 and 4. What's the name, man? You need to know. He revealed the name for us, to us before it comes. Because he will know that when we read that name,
That's right.
That's right. He wouldn't make sense that he would give us a name once we in Israel. Come on, man. We need the name right now. So why would he say there's only one name under we should be saved? In that case, why would he say that? That means you need to rely on that name. Right?
And the fact that the scripture speaks about whatsoever thing was written aforetime and you learn it. That lets you know that these things are going to come back to our remembrance anyway.
That's right.
You know, the scripture says, ask your fathers, Deuteronomy 27, you know, remember the days of old, man, the years of many generations. Ask your father and he will show you.
That's right.
So that's what we do now, getting back to our fathers and reference them. And it's there, man. The name is Yahawah.
That's right. Now, I also want to read John 17 and 6. Read that. Slowly we'll get there, but before then, then go to the mathematics of it, the exercise of it. Just right now, we're just laying down the foundation.
It's the book of John, chapter 17 and verse 6. And it reads, I have manifested thy name unto the men.
But I have manifested thy name. Yeah, exactly. Read that again, my brother. Read that.
I have, John chapter 17 verse 6. I have manifested thy name unto the men, which thou gavest me.
Right, so they let you know the name of Yahawah, Hashem, Yahawashi. Alright? Why would he say, someone quickly read the, can you read the Deuteronomy 32 and 7 again? I love, that's one of my favorite. That's one of my favorite right now, man.
Deuteronomy 32 and 7.
Why would that say, what would he say that?
Remember.
Prophetic, yeah, go
What
on.
does it mean to remember? Don't forget. It says, remember the days of old. Consider and think upon the years of many generations.
Right, so remember the days of old. Happy to remember is to come to remembrance. Like, you forgot who you were according to Jeremiah 17 and 4. Now you're coming back now. Remember, like, you remember it came back to you. So the Messiah will bring us that vibration of old. Alright, you cannot be saying I'm a Hebrew Israelite, but you don't know what's the name of the God that gave the to Moses? What's his name? So that ain't easy, no. You know what I'm saying? That ain't easy, no. All the breakdown, you know, all of that. You're a Hebrew Israelite, but you don't know. It's like an ambassador that goes to a country. You don't know the name of the president that sent him. You know everything about him, but you don't know his name? Come on, man. Don't make sense. Right, bring it out.
Exodus 34 verse 5. And Yahawah descended in the cloud and stood with him there and proclaimed the name of Yahawah.
And proclaim the name, alright, of Yahawah, of the Lord. Just remember. Just remember.
Yeah. And the Lord descended in the cloud and stood with him there and proclaimed the name of the Lord.
Right, so carry on.
And the Lord passed by before him and proclaimed the Lord God, merciful and glorious, long-suffering and abundant in goodness and truth.
So that means we knew the name. So if the Bible says the prophet as subject, the spirit of the prophet as subject
to the prophet.
and then the prophet of old are coming back, are back today, and they ain't gonna know the name. Don't make sense, man. Now, brother, can you read Zechariah 13 and 9? We can start.
It's the book of Zechariah, chapter 13, verse 9. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as
Can you
gold
read that again, my brother?
is tried.
Read that again.
Chapter 13, verse 9, Zechariah. And I will bring the third part through the fire.
Right, so the Messiah will bring the third part, which is the 144K plus
anybody else,
third.
someone probably going to
Alright? All of those people, the sisters and the brothers, alright, the Akium and the Akwafiam who follow this truth, alright, with sincerity.
That's right.
Alright, all of these. Alright, I'm calling on the name. But look what he's saying, read it again.
And I will bring the third part through the fire,
Right?
and will refine them as silver is refined,
Right,
and will try them as gold is tried.
right.
They shall call on my name.
They shall call on my name, man. How do you call on a name that you don't know? Come on, man. The Most High is refining us to give us back what we had before. Part of it is knowing the name as well. That's just basic, man. So now that we, establish all of that, we're going to go into it. Right.
Exodus 33 and 19.
Yeah.
And he said, I will make all my goodness pass before thee. I will proclaim the name of the Lord before thee.
Right. So we proclaim the name. His name, he will make his name known to us, man.
And it says Yahawah.
Laying up on table.
Ready fervent.
All right. So now, can someone read Psalm 68 and 4? Now, there's clues in the Bible, but Jake don't want to know. But we're gonna let those who want to know. No, we're gonna give you the game, man. It's very simple. Read it. Very
Psalm
simple.
68 and 4. Sing
Yeah.
unto,
Read it, right?
sing unto the Most High. sing praises to his name.
Sing praises to his name.
Extolling that rideth upon the heavens by his name, Yah.
Right.
And
By his name, which is emphasis on that.
Yah.
Right? And Benjamin said Jah.
Jah.
That's why in the music they're so spiritual, because they got a little part of the truth. And our vibration is on them because of that. When they say Jah,
And that's like repeating what it's
Jah! Then when they say Rastafari, that's the other part they're not supposed to say. But Karen, you want to say something? All right. But so the Jah, they say that because what? We in this captivity, and we know that the letter J was added on it. And they say Jah. It's Yah. So when the Hebrews say Yah, alright, that's an abbreviation of Yahawah. Because you see, the language is very straightforward. Like when they say Yahawah Shabbat. Yahawah decision. That's it. There's no the decision of Yahawah.
No kill, no steal.
Yeah.
No thou shalt not.
Alright, so they're very, and I give you one thing, like Jamaican, they say something. Alright? Something like that.
Yes, sir.
They say something, say something. Why? Because we swallow word.
That's right.
Alright? Because we see Yahawah is straight to the point. Under this captivity, we talk too much. I find myself talking too much at times because of the French and the English.
Right.
But our people them back in time, one word, that's what the Bible says, may your yea be yea, or nay be nay.
Right.
I don't really, there's no like, maybe,
There's no
you know,
lukewarm.
it's this or that.
No long thing, as we would
No
say.
long term. When I say no long term, when I say Yah, it's actually Yahawah.
That's right.
Alright? But they just abbreviate and say Yah. Because you know, like Hebrew had a little lingo, they had the way of speaking, they had the slang as well. They had the familiar Hebrew as well.
That's a Hebrewism, because right now we do the same thing. So it doesn't matter wherever we are in the world, whether it's in West Africa, whether it's in Britain, whether it's in America, whether it's in France, we abbreviate words, and that's what we call slang.
Yeah, to simplify
We
it.
simplify words. So that's a Hebrewism. And the Bible contains a lot of that too.
And even the Hebrew is mathematical.
Mathematical.
Because you as student, you do the equation. What you do, your aim is to simplify it.
That's right.
All of that complication, you want to simplify it.
E equals MC squared.
Right, so Hebrew is actually a complicated language, but it's so spiritual that it looks simplified. You know when someone is good in food,
Yeah.
he make it easy for you. But that's years of training.
That's right. That's right.
You know, I was going to say, in fact, it's so simple. That's the first language this baby are speaking.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
That's how simple it is.
That's right.
Alright? So it's a very spiritual language. Very, very spiritual. That's why it's so simple. See, when it's like when something, when you see gold, you might say that it's like, yo, that's nice. But the word that play behind it, that's what Hebrew represents.
That's right. That's right.
It's so spiritual that
That's right.
it's simple.
And it's funny,
Right.
the word that went behind it is the purification.
Right. Right. So let's go now to Hebrew to Psalm 81. Let's bring another. You know, let's rectify something that. But before we go there, I would like us to read Malachi 1 and 14.
Oh, that's the spirit of holding that.
Okay.
Right.
See, it's the spirit. That's the spirit. From 81 and 17. I believe. Or 83 and 17. That's right. Yeah, read them all.
It's the book of Malachi, chapter 1 and verse 14, and it reads, "But cursed be the deceiver, which has in his flock a male, and voweth and sacrifices unto Yahawah a corrupt thing." Here we go, here's the point. "For I am a great king, saith Yahawah of hosts, and my name is dreadful among the heathen."
And you will understand why we even lucky that we have Jah. They left Jah in Psalm 16.
Because even he was telling me, even you were saying the same thing. Like when you go to the NIV and the NLT, they've removed. No, say what you said.
They removed it and replaced it with law.
Yeah. No, but they're removing things, but they keep it just like the whitewashing. They couldn't whitewash it 100%. But the most I didn't allow them to take up certain things, man. So that when we come in the spirit now, we identify things.
That's right.
That's how the spirit walks. And we're going to see one mistake that they made, thinking that they can hide the name in the Bible. Read that. Read. So we it's plain, I'm telling you.
Says, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish.
Right.
That men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahawah,
Right, no.
or Jehovah,
Right, Jehovah. Right, but you have to understand Jehovah is what? Jehovah is German. Alright, but Jehovah, see the letter J, E, or not the J. The E, the O, the V, all of that are Greek. Invention. Greek letters. We don't know no E, we don't know no O in our Paleo. Alright? So they go Jehovah, but under the Jehovah, the reason why they say Jehovah, because they cannot pronounce the name Yahawah. That's what the Bible speaks on that.
Yeah, just to add what the brother's saying, the scripture I just read was Malachi 1 verse 14. It just told you that his name will be dreadful amongst the heathen. They cannot say that name. The Bible clearly states they cannot say that name, and worst of all, as well, they make sure they will not put it in our books because they must keep us from that pure name also, because there's vibration with that name.
That's right.
Yeah, I wanted to bring up some scholarship. I wanted to bring up some scholarship in regards to vowels and how and when they were introduced. Right. So this book, most Hebrew Israelites have this book and they know this book. It's called the Zondervan's Compact Bible Dictionary. Right. So in this book, on page 82, it states, the ancient Hebrew text consisted only of consonants or consonants, right? Since the Hebrew alphabet had no written vowels. They had no vowels. Vowel signs were invented by the Jewish Masoretic scholars in the 6th century and later. So the ancient writings, even the New Testament, when that was written, they had not invented the vowel system yet.
That's right.
So there was, even in the Greek, they were speaking vowels,
Right.
but in our writing, we weren't using vowels.
Right.
Right? So let's just establish that.
right? Remember, in the New Testament, it still had, was like a Latin and all of that.
Yeah.
That's like a lingua franca, which is like a trade. Like today, the lingua franca is English. So wherever you go, you need to know a little bit of English if you're going to trade.
Exactly.
But you still have those lower class people, that, like Paul, when he was in front of I think it was a couple of the high priests, he spoke to them in the Hebrew.
Right.
So you know we're still using our language. But the Latin and all of that was for those who are a bit more learned and those that were trading.
So just to clarify, so the point is that our language and our writing had no vowels. And the vowels that are there now were introduced from the 6th century and later. That's 600 years after Yahawashi Hamalak was crucified and resurrected.
So let's read again Psalm 83, 17. Let's fix it. And I want you now to go there and break down that one.
Yeah.
They know it already, but
Yeah.
it's always beautiful. You know? So you can hold everything, yeah?
Yeah.
Psalm 83:17, it says, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Jehovah, art the Most High over
Right,
the
so you
earth.
got Jehovah, you got Yahweh, and then when even in this truth, when people get it back from Amalek, even they don't say the name, but they will say Yahweh, Yahweh, they'll say Yahweh, but they will say Yahuwah, Haya,
even in like, as the brother said, even when you look at the that Bible, what's it called? Sefer Bible, they have like Yahawashi there rather than Yahawah.
Yes, see, that's a corruption.
Yes.
Because you had I forgot the name. You have the Jesuits and the Jesuit priests. Jesuit priests, they had as well. They have the name, man. But anyway, the Bible is structured proof. They're the one that came with all that foolishness. But they had to put stumbling blocks in front of them. But they knew that they read the Bible, they knew that the awakening was gonna manifest at some point. So they say, let's do the stumbling blocks. So when they get up, when they wake up now, it's gonna be hard for them to actually fully get. So you got Jehovah, right? Jehovah will be what? Obviously we know that the J, don't worry, we know that the J is a very, new letter, right?
It's no more than 600 or 700 years old, because when you look at the King James Version Bible, there's no J there. So the letter J was actually invented with I think it was a scholar,
The French scholar.
yeah, who was playing around with the letter I, and he put a hook at the end of it, right? So, and that's a recent innovation. Let's use that word.
Just going to add to what the brother said, that J was introduced in the 15th century. That's when it came out. And then it was introduced in the English language, in the English alphabet. The J was introduced in the 16th
That's
century.
absolutely correct. That's absolutely correct.
Right, so we got J, or the two brother explaining, so you already know. So if you take it with the J, you got a Yah.
That's right.
Then you got the Y. Y.
For the Greek, they use the I.
The I, right? Well, let's say you got the Y, so they can understand. So that's Yah instead of Jah, right? Then you got the whole. Jehovah, the whole. We know that there's no O. Like, now, in the Hebrew, all right? There's no O in the Hebrew, so you got the. Yeah, sure.
So, right. So let me just, Israel. Let me just show you this here. Yeah. Right. So let me see. Right. So if you look here, and you scroll here, this side's got the vowels, right? And then this side's got the Hebrew interpretation of the vowels, right? So if you just look at the vowels, and then look at the Hebrew, what the vowels would interpret to be, right? Because we didn't use the vowel system. Yeah.
All right, so to bring this up, now, like I was saying earlier, this is Acts 21. I'm going to read 37 to 40. It says, and as Paul was to be led into the council, he said unto the chief captain, may I speak unto thee? He said, canst thou speak Greek? Art thou not that Egyptian which before these days made us an uproar and led us out into the wilderness, 4,000 men that were murderers? But Paul said, I am a man which am a Jew of Tarsus, a city in Cilicia, a citizen of no mean city, and I beseech thee, suffer me to speak unto the people in the way. And when he had given him license, Paul stood on the stairs and beckoned with the hand unto the people. And when there was made a great silence, he spake unto them in the Hebrew tongue. Yes, our people are still speaking.
Can I just add to that? What that verse also proves is that Paul was the same skin complexion as the Ethiopians that are brown. Just like Moses was mistaken as an Egyptian, Paul was mistaken as an Ethiopian, right?
Right, so we got the Jah, we become Yah, we got the H-O, which is obviously, there's an O written in our Paleo, but it's I, it's pronounced I, alright? But there's no pronunciation as O, I do not know.
Right. Can I just add to that scholarship as well? So the I in paleo, right? Let's see if I've got the H.
It's right there.
No, the first one. That's not the first one. No, I know, that's not the first one. So let's see. Has it got all of them on that chart? Let me see that. Because the original I, yeah, I have it here. So let me just show it.
It's like the bigger if you show this.
This one is better, you know.
Yeah, here we go. Right. So if you look at this chart, if you look at this chart here, you're actually seeing an I, because the word I actually comes from the word iron. Salaki Israel. The word I actually comes from the Hebrew word iron, and the first way that we wrote it was actually drawing an eye with a pupil, which then turned into the pupil alone without the rest of the eye, which looks like a O, but it's actually not an O, it's an I or iron. Yeah.
Right. All right, so the brother is explained as though, you don't say oh.
No, that's
right.
That's what I'm saying.
That O would be I, right?
That's right.
So now we have ah. So the only vowel actually, right? In the Hebrew, apart from the I, right, is ah. That's why you got so many ah in the Hebrew.
That's right. That's right.
Yahawah, Yahawashi, Abba,
That's right.
You know, all of those things. You know what I mean? So that'll be Yahawah. Alright? So when you go J-O-Ba now, we know that the V is never part of the paleo people. The V, if you look at it, can you show them can you do the quiz? The quiz, so what you do, you go there and say, ah, ba, da, but let me do it, let me hear it. I just wanted them to see it, it's okay. Right, so,
You want to say it?
yes, no, but I don't know if I have though.
Well, let me do it.
I don't know if I have, so you have to do it. There you go. Ah, ba, da, it's not far. Let's see it now.
Alright, so Yashala? Right, so this is the letters here. This is A, Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Ya, Za, K. Salaki Israel, I'm not good with this letter. K. Yeah.
Doesn't matter though.
Yeah.
Do the point. Let's do it.
Ta, Ya, Ka, La, Ma, Na, Sa, I, because it used to be an iron, I, Pa, Taza, Ka, Ka, Ra, Sha, Tha. That's the Hebrew alphabet.
Right. So now, when you did that, you never had the V. There was no Va in it. There was Wa. It was Wa. So obviously it would be Ya, Ha, Wa. But nobody is Ya, Ha, Wa. Now, I want you to go again, break that down.
Right.
You have to explain that connection. Why is like that? But it's Ya, Ha, Wa, La. The double A becomes one, right? So that's why this is connection.
Right, yeah. Right. So this is known as the Tetragrammaton. So this is actually the name of the Lord, who people ignorantly call Jehovah, or they call him God, but this is his original name. So it goes from the left to the right. So what happens with the Tetragrammaton, when you vocalize it, you get Ya, Ha, Wa. Now what happens in any language system, if you have a name and at the end of the name the sound is the same as the one that precedes it, you drop it. It becomes silent because it's redundant saying it again. So Yahawah, although it's spelled Yahawah with a H at the end, it's pronounced Yahawah.
And also, there's a video a good few years back now where the brother said Central London GMS.
That's
There was
right.
The priest.
That's right.
That came up to them.
That's
and
right.
He tried to be all fancy.
That's right.
When he said he knows the Hebrew, so I thought he was going to talk about this modern thing, but he like,
Yeah, because when you get to a certain higher level, I mean, I'll say higher level, meaning like the priest, the people that do higher learning in the Hebrew realm, they have to learn the Hebrew. See, because they took everything from us.
Everything.
Right? Everything that they know, they have to learn the Hebrew. And when I say Hebrew, not necessarily the ancient Hebrew. I'm talking about the culture that we left in Europe, for example. For them to be great, they have to go back to that. By going back, they have to understand who are these people.
That's right.
And the way to understand the people is to understand the language.
That's right. And the culture.
You know what I mean? The culture.
That's the best way to tell a lie as well.
That's
Exactly, because now you know. Then you say, now this is how we go. Because in order for you to spread the lie, you gotta know the truth. Alright? So now that we dealt with the Yahawah, we're gonna deal now with Yahawashi.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
And I want us to read Acts 7:44, start 44, and read Numbers 13 and 16. Number 11 and 28. Numbers 11 and 28. Bring the Act 7:44. Whoever's reading that, who's reading that? You ready? Read it.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, this is the book of Acts.
So we spoke about Yahawah. We explained, alright, obviously, it's not for everyone. You know, those what we're doing that for those who get that. Those who are numbered to be elect. That need the name at some point. That will need that. They will watch that breakdown and they will catch it.
And for those who actually use the name, but probably ain't too sure.
Yeah. That's how you go about it, to explain it to people. Be practical. Use Psalm 83 and 17. Say, see, then you got, now you need this one. What is it? You need that. You need to know the alphabet.
Yeah.
You need to know the writings. Of the Paleo Hebrew.
That's right.
So you can understand how they came about.
That's right.
Now we said earlier, in order to hide, to tell the truth, you have to know the lie. In order to spread the lie, you have to know the truth. So there's a reason why they put Jehovah, and there's a reason why they will leave Jah in Psalm 68 and 4.
What you said the first time was correct too, because we know that what we was taught was a lie, and that allowed us to know the truth.
Right.
So that's right. It works both ways. He was correct. It's an equation. He was correct.
That's a good way, man. You know what I'm saying? That pattern.
He was correct.
Yeah, twofold, man. So it's coming back now, man.
That's right.
But how people are so far gone now, they were like, no, man, no, that's not true.
Because they don't even know that it's a lie.
Right. But they know Jehovah. But they know that Jehovah came from somewhere. Look, we read Malachi 1 and 14. Bible says the name is dreadful. They cannot know the name. If they know the name, they cannot play with it. They cannot pray with it. They cannot use it. So they don't. And they say to themselves, if we can't use it, we picture the people.
And that's a cut to the people. I'm not going to say who they are, but the people that claim to be us. Because they say Hashem, which just means the name, because it's dreadful to the Quran. They can't say it. That's right. Yeah, that's right. We don't get tricky.
Yeah, so let's read that. Let's talk about Yahawashi now.
That's right.
Let's give a mystery. And let's go into the Hebrew. That's right. The Bible leaves us a lot of clues, right?
Yeah, there's an English pronounce. He said truth is beauty and beauty is truth. So sometimes the truth itself is not so beautiful. So all the one express truth and beauty.
That's right.
How can it be?
Which is true, because truth is so beautiful.
That's right.
Hey, that's what I say, there's a precept say, when a man got a lot of wisdom, his face shines.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? That's, no.
Right, this is Acts chapter 7 and verse 44.
Get out.
It reads, our fathers had the tabernacle of witness.
Our father had the tabernacle of witness, yeah,
In the wilderness,
in the wilderness.
as he had appointed, speaking unto Moses,
Right.
that he should make it according to the fashion that he had seen.
Right.
Verse 45, which also our fathers that came after brought in with the Mashiach, Yahawashi.
No. Say the name. Say the name. Say Jesus. Say verbatim.
Okay, I'll take that again from the top verbatim. Acts chapter 7, verse 45. Which also our fathers that came after brought in with Jesus.
Right. With who?
With Jesus.
Now, if you're simple, you will think, okay, I'll ask a question now. What are he talking about? What Jesus is he talking about? That's a very good question. Huh? Joshua.
That's right.
Now, he takes us somewhere because the name Joshua means something.
That's right.
Let's go to Numbers 11 and 28.
It's the book of Numbers 11:28.
Because that's a Jesus. That's like actually Jesus, because it's not even just literation, it's the truth. But you have to determine, but just by reading, you know what Jesus is talking about. Because the thing is, Jesus and Joshua, they have the same name because they accomplish the same mission in a way. All right?
It's the book of Numbers 11:28.
go.
And it reads, and Joshua, the son of Nun, the servant of Moses, one of his young men, answered and said, my Lord, Moses, forbid them.
Right, so Joshua, right? And when you have to read now Numbers to understand what Joshua did, Exodus is right? So,
First Esdras 4.
right, read that one again.
This is First Esdras 5 and 5.
You understand that, you understand that Joshua is I'm not saying that Joshua is Yahawashi, but I'm saying they have the same name because Yahawashi means he delivers. All right, now, before you go there, you see, read that part. Now, what you're going to do, Minister of Education, you don't have to bring that one out. What you're going to do, you're going to show them like that. Slowly. That's Numbers 11. So once you show them Numbers 11, you go to 28 now. You go to the verse 28, and you do like that. Yeah? You make it big for them to see. And you will see 28 that it says Yahawashi, and then you take the and then you show them. It actually says Yahawashi in the Paleo Hebrew Bible. Joshua is Yahawashi in Hebrew. That's what I would say in Acts 7 and 45. Jesus. They are speaking about Yahawashi, about Joshua, which is called Yahawashi.
Hey, so show me something. What do you not represent then? What do you not represent?
One second, just give us a minute, yeah? Just do it. If you ain't got the patience, that's fine.
Numbers 11.
I guess to get this all that sometimes.
No, yeah, Mike. Make them go where they go. Yeah, they got nothing to do.
Yeah. Israel, so we're going to show you, this is the Paleo-Hebrew, this is the Paleo-Hebrew Bible that we read, so if you go to Numbers
28. Numbers 11.
Numbers 11, so I'm going to show it. Numbers 11, hopefully you can see it. And then you go up to verse 28.
Make it big so they can hear.
Yeah. Verse, wait.
But they know already that Numbers 28.
So it's Numbers 11 and 28. Can you see it here? Yahawashi. I'm going to show you it. I'm going to show you it here too. Yahawashi. Yahawashi.
That's right, all right? So, Yahawashi means he delivers, he saves, or he is salvation.
He redeems as well.
All right? Now we established the name, all right, Yahawashi.
That's right.
What we're going to do now, we're going to show to you that when we say Yahawashi, Yahawashi, there's a reason. So then we're going to go and we're going to prove to them as well that you cannot say, you cannot use, you know, the Yahuwah and the Yahushua or the Ahaya and the Yashaya. You can only say Yahawah and Yahawashi. There's a reason why. Because see, the Musa is not like a God that plays around. He's very meticulous. He's very coded. Everything he does is for a reason, man. He made sure that his name is linked to his son's name. So no one can go against that.
That's right.
All right, let's read it. You got it, yeah? Yeah, Exodus 23.
This is Exodus 23 and 20. It says, behold, I send an angel before thee to keep thee in the way and to bring thee into the place which I have prepared.
Right, so that angel was actually Yahawashi.
That's right.
All right, that angel was Yahawashi, man. So in the Hebrew, he said, write it differently. He said, it's Malak, as in king.
You have Malak, which means king.
Right.
You have Mala'ah, which also means angel.
Right.
And then you have Malak with the C-H-A at the end, which means messenger.
Right. So now Malak messenger, in here it says, it shows it as king.
That's right.
That's why even an angel is not the A is a capital. See, everything is coded. You have to bring it out. So now when you go, who is the king? Which angel among the rank of the angel? Who is like a king? It's Yahawashi. Them other angels are not kings. Only him is a king, man.
Right.
Bible says he's the king of kings.
That's right. Hamalak, Hamashiach,
Right.
Yahawashi.
Right. He's the king of kings.
That's right.
So that angel here, we're talking about just because he was with us.
That's right.
Right? He was with us.
That's right. That's right.
When he's the one that got us out. That's the reason why the one who now bring the Hebrews, the Israelites, and the promised land will be called Yahawashi. Masha.
That's right. Masha means anointed.
Right.
Anointed. Masha means anointed.
But look at this, right? So you got Masha meaning anointing.
Anointed.
Then you got Mashiach.
That's right. Which means you're anointed.
Do you know what I'm saying? So Yahawashi was in the midst of all of them. He put his spirit on Moses, Masha.
Masha,
So you're
anointed.
going to have the my oil.
That's
Then
right.
he put his spirit on Yahawashi, which is Joshua.
That's
He said,
right.
I'll give you my name.
That's
Take
right.
it and free my people.
And by the way, its name originally was Hawashi, and then Moses renamed it Yahawashi.
See that? All right, so you got all of that you need to understand. That's why I always say, study to prove yourself, show yourself approved, man. Because it's not just like, it's a very technical thing, the Bible. It's very technical.
That's right.
I'll read it again. Exodus 23 and 20. Behold, I send an angel before thee to keep thee in the way.
Oh, the Quran, yeah? All right, just wait when you finish.
Be patient.
Just patience.
This is Exodus 23 and 20. Behold, I send an angel before thee to keep thee in the way and to bring thee into the place which I have prepared.
Right.
Right.
It says, beware of him and obey his voice, provoke him not.
Sharia, man.
For he will,
Mighty power.
it says, for he will not pardon your transgression,
He will not pardon your transgression, man.
for my name is in him.
And that's the reason why when they were going off the desert, he wrote them the venomous snake. And then again, he was the healer. That's why he said to Moses,
Those that had faith in him.
but he was training them. He was training them in faith.
That's
faith.
right.
He was training us to be the people, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
We have faith today, but we were there. He was training us because we were gonna rehearse the faith in captivity.
That's
before
right.
the coming.
That's right.
So the most that the instant that was shall manifest itself, but under different name, under different manifestation, but it was always with us. Just like a big prophet.
That's right.
When you get a big prophet, that's why the Musa say he was my firstborn.
That's
The Yahawashi created him before everyone else.
Yahawah.
Yahawah created everyone else. That's why he's a big prophet. Every time there's an issue, who comes? Yahawashi.
He's our mediator, he's our advocate, and we have to have faith in him because we cannot connect directly to the Father.
That's why those who, you know, denounce him by just staying in the Old Testament, they're bugged out, man. They're clearly bugged. They want to say something.
Clearly, but that's right. That's the spirit.
So yeah, so now the exercises, read that. Always go and read that. There's an exercise that you probably should. This is the best exercise to make, Mashad. When you break down, you leave that one for the last. You connect both. Because you have to prove Yahawah first, then you have to prove Yahawashi, and then bring them together. But with this precept, yeah?
Exodus 23 and 21 again. Says, beware of him and obey his voice, provoke him not, for he will not pardon your transgressions. Says, for my name is in him.
Now, people might say, oh, it just means that his power is in him, because his name is powerful. Yes, that, but the Bible is always.
That's right.
Again, when you go to Job, it tells you that it's a double meaning. Job 11 is so we'll bring it. Let's find out. You can use that as well. You can see, if you come like that way, say, yeah, what does it mean? You say, hold on. The word is double. Job explained it.
That's why you have to
clearly. Yeah, you have to, that's why you have to have a precept. So anytime they come with something, say, bam, bam. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is Job 11:6.
Right, 11:6.
And that he would show thee the secrets of wisdom, that they are double
They
to
are
that
double.
which is.
All right? They're like double, man. It's always double.
It's the book of Ecclesiasticus 32 and 15 it reads, so look upon the works of the Most High, and there are two, one against another.
Right. Two female and male.
That's right.
All right? Day and night.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Cold and hot.
That's right.
That duality.
That balance.
All right?
That's
So you go
right.
there, he's a balanced God. So you
That's
go there,
right.
you know, when you got the scale.
That's right.
All right?
It's supposed to be perfect.
Good deed, bad deed.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So now, he's telling you that his name, my name, is in his name. So let's now do. So the name of, we established that the name of God is Yahawah. Yahawah.
I just want to say something, just what you just said about balance. And even if you look at, like we were saying earlier, about these people take everything from us.
Right.
Even in the court system, what do they use? Somebody with a sword,
Right.
like and a scale.
Right.
So you the judge, right?
Yes,
And they also use the balance too,
Yeah.
which is from the Maccabees.
It's simple.
I wanted to add one thing, because when I broke down the name Yahawah before, I think it escaped me. I didn't actually explain what it means. So Yahawah means he exists, he molds, he is. So I just want, I want to perfectly explain his name. It's beautiful and glorious.
He's capable of everything. That's why we say he is. So the man cannot say I am. To say I am is actually yes. So Moses couldn't have gone and say I am saying.
No.
So then you put the vibration of me on you.
You would have said he is.
Yes.
That vibration is a satanic vibration. It's the same vibration
pride.
that Satan is,
That's the
there was
pride.
doubt.
Right.
That's right.
Which is the eye, man.
That's the pride in their
Now I
heart.
am the friend that said moi.
Yeah, that's right.
Moi.
Amida.
Because that yes, moi.
Amida.
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 You see? So everything is spiritual. You have to understand how things works. You know, you can't just go and say, well, I am that I am. No, my brother. You have to understand how it works.
That's right.
How God, even, that's why in West Africa, people, even before people that are elderly, the elderly, they will go and bow down.
That's right.
There's certain things you can't do when you
That's
come to God. You have to
That's right.
give him his reverence. You have to give him, like even, how would I say, give to Caesar.
That's what Caesar.
Things
Render,
done
don't
in
forget
order
render.
and decency. It's not
Render
just-
that thing.
You know what I'm saying? So now let's do that exercise. We got Yahawah. Right? So he said that his name is in him.
Right.
Now what's the name of Yahweh? I'm saying of Jesus, of the sons. Yahawah. You can take Yahawah, Yahawah. Let's take another exercise. Jehovah.
Right.
Alright? Yah or Jesus. Can you take Jesus? What's the link between Jehovah and Jesus?
Ahaya.
Ahaya.
Yashaya.
Yashaya.